Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us for this update from your coronavirus headquarters. I'm Martha Koloski. Nearly 200 new cases of COVID-19 are being reported in Wisconsin. There are nearly 12,900 cases across the state. 467 people have died, and the number of recoveries in the state continues to climb. 7,300 people have recovered from the virus. That is about 57% of the cases reported in the state. No new cases are being reported in Wisconsin in our area. There are 4 new recoveries in La Crosse County. Now 37 of the 47 cases reported so far in the county have made a recovery. And 3 free COVID-19 community testing events are coming to our area. One testing site wrapped up in Black River Falls tonight, while testing sites in Arcadia and Onalaska are still coming up this week and are available to Wisconsin residents with symptoms of COVID-19. So tomorrow there is a testing location set for Arcadia High School. That site will open at 10 o'clock in the morning and will run until 7 in the evening or until the tests run out. And then the Omni Center in Onalaska will host public testing on Thursday. Like the other sites, testing is open to anyone 5 years of age or older that has any symptoms of COVID-19. $1 billion will support the COVID-19 response throughout Wisconsin. Governor Tony Evers announced the funding earlier today to support testing, contact tracing, and also acquiring supplies. The effort is funded by more than $1 billion in federal CARES Act dollars, and approximately $445 million will help to ensure Wisconsin hospital systems and communities are prepared to handle a possible surge of COVID-19 patients over the summer and fall.
Knowing particularly in the fall, we may face a surge of COVID-19 patients if this epidemic follows a similar course to prior epidemics. We want to be sure that we have funds in reserve.
Approximately $260 million will support testing efforts in Wisconsin, and $75 million will support contact tracing in the state. Well, more than 600 new cases are being reported in the state of Minnesota, bringing the total to a little more than 17,000 infections. 748 people have died and more than 11,500 people have recovered. There are no new cases, though, being reported for Winona or Houston counties. And then in Iowa, nearly 15,300 people have tested positive. 367 people have died, but there are nearly 7,900 recoveries as well. One new case is being reported in Winnebago County. Airports around the country, including in La Crosse, are taking some of the hardest hits in the wake of the pandemic. Leaders at the La Crosse Regional Airport say air traffic plunged 95% during just the month of April. But the airport is slowly making a comeback. News 8 Now's Tyler Jobe has the story.
The beginning of 2020 showed promise for the La Crosse Regional Airport.
January and February were very good months year over year. I think we had a number of our revenue streams 20% to 25% increases.
But in March and April, the pandemic sent airport revenues crashing down.
It disappeared within the first 2 to 3 weeks.
Director Ian Turner says the airport lost about 95% air traffic, as well as losing out on 375 total passengers in April.
The La Crosse Regional Airport has very closely mirrored the drop in air travel across the country. Both the airlines, American and Delta, are operating 1 flight a day, and then Tuesdays there are no flights.
However, air traffic is slowly trending upward.
The good news, though, is in the last 2 weeks we've seen those passenger numbers start to climb.
Turner says Monday was the airport's best day since March 12th, which was the day after the World Health Organization declared the coronavirus outbreak a pandemic.
Each of our aircraft were at least 50% full of the seats that the airlines are selling.
This comes as Delta Airlines will not allow more than 60% passengers for any of its flights through July. Turner says the airport will probably not break even for the rest of the year, but there is a silver lining.
Thankfully, we have our CARES Act funding as well as a decent fund balance of reserve money that will support us through this really bad economic time for air travel.
For now, Turner is optimistic the airport will eventually get back to where it once was. But that time frame remains uncertain.
As with everyone I'm sure you're talking to, it's a matter of when that point is.
In La Crosse, Tyler Jobe, News 8 Now.
Turner says the airport has not had to furlough any of their workers, and he does expect there will be more flights by next month. And here's some good news for kids. The playground equipment in La Crosse City Parks is open to play on again, but city officials are asking families to still use the recommendations of local health officials, which is to use social distancing and also make sure you wear masks even at the playground. And thanks so much for joining us for this coronavirus update. We hope you can join us tonight at 10.